And all. This is the topic related to ground improvement techniques. Particularly in the second chapter, we have discussed several things about dewatering system. In the previous classes, we discussed about single stage pumping system and a multi-stage pumping system and several appliances in those systems. Appliances means several types of cases and case studies related to those single stage and multi stage pumping systems of water from the ground surface and below the ground surface using motor systems and other vacuum pressure gauges. But in case of this deep well watering, that means a deep well means it is a long well is constructed on the ground surface to that means ground surface to dewater a particular land. First of all, we have to know this how deep well systems works and what is the advantages using these deep well systems compared to normal dewatering systems. In the figure itself, we are having a diagram regarding the deep well system. In this particular figure, there may be two kinds of soils we have to observe. On the top we have a light brown color soil, that means a biscuit color soil. In the bottom we are having a dark color soil, that means the soil strata is difference is there. Why? Because in the top strata we are not having water, but in case of the bottom strata we are having water, so that the water may be percolated to the layers, so that the color of the layer also changes due to the presence of water from the ground surface. That means ground level itself we are having this deep well per and the white color we are observing, that is the casing of a pipeline system, that means a well point casing. Normally in different fields we have to observe bore wells, that means water logging areas we are having means like Rayalaseema areas and Prakasam, Nellore districts we are having water logging areas. In those areas there may be annual rainfall is very much lower compared to other districts in our state, so that they completely depends upon these boreholes for their agricultural purpose. Likely these things will be observed in Prakasam district more overly compared to our remaining district Prakasam and Macharla areas. In those areas particularly these deep well systems we have to observe. The total top casing we are having is a plastic system. Why? Because the water is continuously comes from the bottom to top. Automatically water will absorb the surrounding soil strata. Automatically due to those absorption there may be some falling of material onto the those holes. Automatically those holes will be filled with the materials. The total hole will be blocked due to the entrainment of this water and this surrounding soil. Those will be formed as a paste, that means soil plus water both will formed as a paste or like mud materials, so that those will fill the gap. That means the hole what we have to, for what purpose normally we are driving the hole is to dig the water from the ground surface, that means below the ground layers. Due to the digging of this water from the ground surface without casing, that means normally we have to use this plastic casing. Without using this plastic casing, automatically the total borehole will filled after 2 to 3 months because of this water and the soil paste, so that we have to use these casings for their lifespan, increment of their lifespan. Likely we are having this white color pipe is the casing system. After that we are having a blue color system with a proper cap below the pipe. Those will gives total water present in the soil itself to the upper layers. First of all, these deep well systems consists of one or more individual wells. That means one or more, that means one means if the soil having less quantity of water, automatically one well is sufficient. If the soil is having a huge amount of water, and the total area will be lashed. That means huge amount of area is there and a huge amount of water is also there. We have to go for these more individual wells. That means in different points we need to drive these wells and we have to extract the water from the wells. That is the main criteria for one or more wells. One is sufficient for less quantity of land and less amount of water available on the substrata. More quantity of wells will be used whenever we are having huge amount of area and huge amount of water below the substructures, each of which has its own submersible pump at the bottom of the well shaft. Such as systems are particularly suitable for large volumes of water in highly permeable sand and gravel areas, permitting rapid recharging of groundwater from surrounding areas of exist. The total is a single sentence, each of the which has its own submersible pump. That means in the bottom we are having these submersible pumps. Why? Because normally in the below the ground layer there may be some quantity of mud particles are mixed with the water, so that the water will comes with a huge amount of మనకి వాటర్ మొత్తం కూడా మనకి మడ్ పార్టికల్స్ మొత్తం కూడా వాటర్తో కలిసినప్పుడు పైప్స్ మొత్తం కూడా మనకి త్వరగా ఎరోడ్ అయిపోయే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. అండ్ దెర్ విల్ బి సమ్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ బ్లాకింగ్ ఇన్ ద పైప్స్. టు నెగ్లెక్ట్ దోస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ బ్లాకింగ్స్ we have to use these submersible pumps at the bottom of the casing. Why? Because those submersible pumps will bifurcate the water and mud particles. Normally in agricultural fields also, at the end of the pipe we will fix some quantity of these submersible pumps. Why? Because those will separate the quantity of water and mud particles and other waste particles are which are present in the rivers or any other small ponds, so that only pure quantity of water means moreoverly we will obtain 70 to 80% of pure quantity of water from the ponds and others. Likely in the same deep well system also we are using these submersible pumps to avoid those quantity of mud particles or any other waste which is present in the deep wells. Such systems are particularly suitable where large volumes of water in highly permeable sand. Permeable sand means automatically the sand is permeable, which enters water into the fields, so that the soil will easily mix with those water and there may be some blocking. To prevent those we are using these submersible pumps. And gravels, that gravel areas permitting a rapid recharge of groundwater from surrounding areas of exist. That means large volumes of water in highly permeable sand. Highly permeable means the sand, normally sand having a capability of this bulking. Whenever there is a water quantity in the surrounding substratas of soil, automatically this sand will absorb the total quantity of water and it will increases their volume. Those properties normally we will call it as a bulking. Due to those, water will be stacked on the sand peaks. Why? Because there may be huge amount of voids between particles of sand, and automatically sand means the particle size is also more compared to these silts and clay soils. Likely we are having gravel areas. That means in different areas we are having a huge quantity of mountain like systems, so that the mountain like systems are formed near the these gravel areas. That means the substrata will be formed as a gravel. Why? Because due to this deterioration of rocks. Deterioration means converting huge quantity of rocky strata into small quantity of rocks due to this weathering and heat purpose and like surrounding environmental parameters. All those converts these hard rock strata into these gravel areas. In these gravel areas also we are having huge amount of voids between particle to particle, so that those areas also capable of this water catching. That means catchment areas for water, so that these sandy areas and gravel areas are more suitable for catchment of water. Normally in recent areas there may be some quantity of rules were laid by these building authorities. For every home must be there must have to construct a small quantity of sand. That means water pits. That మనకి ఇంకుడు గుంతలో అంటాం. లైక్లీ దిస్ pits also having some quantity of large volume. After that, small layer by layer we have to construct for the purpose of constructing a water pit. Likely these gravels also capable of enrichment of water into the soil, so that these two kinds of soils having huge quantity of water recharging onto the groundwater, so that whenever we are having these kinds of sandy and gravel areas, automatically we need to construct these kind of deep well systems for extracting total amount of water. Next one, working philosophy, how the deep well will works. A typical deep well consists a drilled hole. That means drilled hole means we need to drill a diameter, that means minimum diameter means 1 feet diameter hole onto the soil with a proper length. That means the length will be depends upon area of that means length of water table lies onto the particular soil fields, within which a lower screened casing which is admits water to the pump, and upper casing which prevents soil from recharging the pit. That means in the previous case we have observed a white casing, that is a screened casing. The screen casing will capable to reach, which admits water into the pump, and upper casing which prevents soil from recharging the pump. That means normally soils recharges means whatever the topsoil will having on the field, those will be recharging into the these boreholes. To prevent those kind of rechargings, we are using these casings like PVC. Normally PVC pipes are used as a casing which prevents soil from recharging pump, and within the casing the pump and this discharge pipe. This is the total figure which shows the different parts of this deep well system. Okay, this is the deep well system and their details. On the one hand, we are having this electronic control panel. That means this electronic control panel will directly connecting to this pipeline system, and this will regulates how much amount of water will have to discharge. That means in a particular time period we need to use some quantity of huge amount of flow. In a particular cases we need to use some low quantity of water, so that the total system will be in the hands of this electronic control panel, so that the total system will be monitored and regulated by this electronic control panel. After that, we are having a well seal. That means without seal means automatically there may be some discharge of mud particles and other surrounding soil wastes into the pipe hole. So that to control those falling of waste materials into the pipe hole, we need to use these seals. Normally in different areas we are observing small childs are simply మనకి బోరు వంతల్లో పడిపోతూ ఉంటారు. వై బికాజ్ వితౌట్ హ్యావింగ్ దీస్ వెల్ సీల్స్, ఆటోమేటికల్లీ దెర్ మే బి సమ్ క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ యాక్సిడెంట్స్ ఆల్సో. సో దట్ టు ప్రివెంట్ దోస్ వీ నీడ్ టు యూస్ దీస్ వెల్ సీల్స్. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ వీఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ దిస్ ఫ్లో వాల్వ్. నార్మల్లీ వాల్వ్స్ వీఆర్ అబ్జర్వింగ్. what is the purpose of valve means to control the flow of water, we need to use these valves. Next one is a discharge pipe. Discharge pipe will discharges water from ground level to the upper level. Next one is the backfill. Backfill is the material is between a pipe, that means diameter of the pipe casing to the normal ground. Before going to construct a particular borehole, we need to use a large quantity of diameter. Why? Because if we are simply digging a small diameter of the hole, and the same diameter of the pipe is also having same diameter, there may be some quantity of force we need to use. So that without using those quantity of force, we need to simply submerge those pipe into the soil. We have to use some large quantity of borehole data. I will show with the diagram. Normally this is the borehole we need to maintain, so that we need to use some quantity of extra length. Why? Because this quantity of extra length we need to maintain. After the filling of this casing, this is the diameter of the particular diameter of pipe. Okay, this diameter of the pipe and a normal borehole, there may be some quantity of space will be there. Those space we need to fill with this discharge or backfill. Next one, a borehole and a filtered sand and a bentonite seal. Next one, electrical cable, riser pipe, screens, submersible pumps on the bottom of the pump, and a check valve. All those are the different components of a deep well. It means normally we are observing these valves and discharge pipes, and next one this borehole and submersible pump. Remaining we have not observed. The components are this backfill and a bentonite seal and a riser pipe, and the next one is the check valve. Okay, all those are the normally materials. So after that we are having this borehole and a filtered sand, electrical cable, and a screening and submersible pumps. So that different parts we are having. These two parts are well. Next one, a deep well system, how it works. The discharge pipe supports the pump to which it is attached electrical wiring for pumping motor runs between the discharge pipe and casing. The space between this drilled hole and the casing normally packed with the filter material, for example coarse, and to minimize the pumping of solid materials from the soil surrounding well. This is the previously we have observed this deep well system and the parts which are present in the deep well system, so that whenever we need to discharge a particular quantity of water from the ground level to the top level, we need some power. That means power means in the form of electrical power we are using for discharging the water from down surface to top surface by using this electrical motors, so that we have to use some quantity of this electrical wiring system from pump to motor. So the discharge of pipe and the casing spacing between the pump drilled hole with the casing is normally packed with filter material. Why? Because without this filter means automatically water will be bind up with the mud particles and other subsoil strata, so that those will be cause a blocking of these holes of pipe, so that we need to use this filter paper and these pumps. Coarse sand and gravel to minimize pumping of solid materials from the soil surrounding the well. This is the main reason. Why? Because this coarse sand or gravel to minimize the pumping of solid materials from the soil surface to these pumpings. Due to the in some of the cases we are using this suction pressure and vacuum pressure. Why? Because if the length of the pipe is very large, in those cases water will not be comes in a easy manner. We have to use some quantity of pressure to uh, reduce the, that means some quantity of pressure we have to use for the drill that recharging of water from our top bottom area to top area, so that we need to use these kind of pressures and pumping systems. At those pressures, normally the water will have to mix up with the surrounding soil strata, and those will cause blockings, so that we have to use this kind of filter papers and other mechanisms to control those kind of things. Next one, spacing of deep well point system. In the previous system, that means in the previous classes, we are observed deep, that means well point systems. That means single stage well point system, double stage well point system, and multi stage well point system. In this particular kinds of well point system, normally we are using a 1 meter to 1.5 meters distance between a borehole to borehole. Successive boreholes distance is 1 to 1.5 meter distance. But in case of these deep wells, those are normal boreholes. These are the deep wells. There may be some kind of class difference between those two. Normally, individual wells are spaced at an approximate of 50 feet apart. ఇండివిజువల్ వెల్, దట్ మీన్స్ నార్మల్గా వెల్ అంటే మనకి బావికి బావికి మధ్యలో దూరం ఒక 50 ఫీట్ అనేది ఉండాలి. 50 ఫీట్ మీన్స్ నియర్లీ ఏ 13 మీటర్స్, 13 to 15 meters. Normally 50 feet means. So that in case of these deep wells, how much amount of depth or width they have to require is how However, depending upon the soil conditions and the dewatering plan, the spacing may be needed to just a few feet apart. Normally, for individual wells in the olden days, we are observing these well systems for extracting water in villages and some other areas. Why? Because in those olden days there may be no motors. Normally, people have to dig water from the well systems. Why? Because there may be some quantity of pure amount of water will be obtained from the groundwater. In those days, no industries and no pollutions are there. Why? Because there may be no technology in olden days, so that the people will obtain sources in purest form. But nowadays, everywhere we are having a small scale industries and large scale industries. Due to those industries, they will automatically generate some quantity of effluents and pollutants onto the environment in the form of these gaseous and liquid phases. These pharma companies, moreover, we are observing in our surroundings. Those pharma companies will releases huge amount of these liquid wastes and other plastic wastes. Due to those also, there may be some quantity of this groundwater may be polluted. Likely, in olden days, moreoverly, the people were using these wells, so that the well to well distance between two successive wells is minimum they have to maintain a 50 feet. Why? Because those well to well means automatically in some of the places there may be huge amount of water source on the ground level. So in some of the cases there may be huge amount of depth they need to dig for constructing a well, so that successively they are implementing a distance of 50 feet. However, depending upon the soil conditions, depending upon the soil conditions means different soils we are having, these gravel soils, clay soils, silty soils, and coarse grain, fine grain, and different soils and their characteristics we are having. Depending upon the soil property and the characteristics, we have to go for the distance. That means if the sand is very silty, automatically there may be less quantity of percolation of water and less quantity of availability of groundwater in sand, silty soils and clay soils. Why? Because there may be less quantity of voids are present in silty soils and clay soils. Whenever there is a sandy soils or gravel soils, there may be huge amount of water enriched in the below layers. Why? Because there may be voids present in these sandy soils and gravel soils. Likely, different soils having different structural parameters and functional requirements. Whenever we have to go for these kind of facilities, we have to observe what kind of soil was it, how much amount of depth we need to dig. All those can be prescribed in the caudal provisions. Next one is the dewatering capacity of deep well system. How we have to dewater from these deep wells, what are the functions they are having. Individual well capacities are from 21 to 3000 gallons per minute. Per minute means for every 60 seconds the well capacity is minimum value is 21 and maximum value is 3000 gallons. 1 gallon equal to normally 3.68 liters. Likely, per minute they need to discharge this quantity of values of water from a pipe. Those are also depends upon the pipe diameter. If diameter of the pipe is very small, automatically we have to discharge these 21 gallons of water. If it is a large diameter pipe, there may be a chance of 3000 gallons per minute. Within the total systems, capacities can be high as 60,000 gallons per minute depending upon the motor sizes and diameters of the pipes we are using. These capacities also depends upon those conditions. Why? Because if it is a small scale project and a small area, we will go for a normal pumps and a normal pipeline systems. If it is a large scale project and the time span is very less, automatically we have to go for these large diameter pipes and high head pumps. Normally in the fluid mechanics, you studied these pumps and their categories: centrifugal pumps and reciprocating pumps. Some of the pumps having huge amount of heads Why? Because in the lot of heads also they will successfully carrying the water. Few pumps will not carry water with a particular height, so that we need to choose a quantity of pipe and these motor systems. Next one, deep well pumps can lift water 100 feet or more in single stage, and variation of typical deep systems is a pressure with a aquifer. Normally aquifer means a small quantity of water will be stored in a particular areas. Those areas we will call it as a aquifers. In different areas, for the purpose of irrigation, that means for the purpose of agricultural and small scale of irrigations, these kind of aquifers they will use. Why? Because there may be no quantity of water available. Simply in rainy seasons they will dig these kind of aquifers and they will store those water for their agricultural purpose throughout the year. Normally in villages we have to observing these kind of aquifers in agricultural lands. Between the 100 acres or 20 acres of land there may be some quantity of aquifers they will construct for the usage of the rainwater to agricultural purpose. Normally deep well pumps can lift water 100 feet or more in a single stage. Deep well pumps, that means the length of the pump is very high. In those cases also the water can lift 100 feet. That means minimally 100 feet they will lift the water from a particular height. After that they need to go for high head pumps. Single stage is not workable, they will go for a double stage or multi stage pumps for lifting of water more than 100 feet. The variation of typical deep well system is a pressure within the aquifer. That means normally the aquifer is involving with the atmosphere. There may be no pressure lies on the aquifer. If the aquifer is surrounded by some quantity of soil strata, automatically the aquifer is having some pressure. Due to those pressure also automatically water will lifts from the bottom surface to the ground level in a easy manner. Why? Because in we are observing reciprocating pumps in our surroundings. Whenever we close the mouth of a reciprocating pump and we are applying a pressure on the system, automatically the total water will comes with a huge amount of pressure and high head will be obtained. Why? Because we are giving some quantity of pressure by simply closing the mouth of a reciprocating pump, and simply we are giving blowings onto the pump. Automatically due to those vacuum pressure and simply pressure dot we are giving on a particular strata, so that the water will comes easy manner. Likely in this particular case also there may be huge amount of height is there. That means more than 100 feet of height is there. At those conditions also there may be chance of getting water by using these kind of pressures in the aquifers. Without pressure there may be no digging of water. With a small quantity of pressure, automatically the water will be lifting from bottom surface to the top surface. Next one is deep well points require no pump as the water is forced to the surface of own pressure. To boost the water flow, a vacuum pump is frequently used. This is the explanation. Deep well points, that means the pipes having huge amount of length, requires no pump as the water to force to the surface by its own pressures. Requires no pump as the water forced to the own pressure. That means normally some of the pumps will not give water in easy manner without creating a pressure. Why? Because there may be require some quantity of pressuring devices. To boost the water from a vacuum pump is frequently used. This is the explanation for the above sentence. In some of the deep well points they require no pump as the water is forced to surface by its own pressure. నార్మల్గా మనం పంప్స్ని యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు దాని యొక్క పంప్ యొక్క ఓన్ ప్రెజర్ ద్వారా మనకు వాటర్ అనేది పైకి రాదు. అటువంటి కండిషన్స్లో మనం ఏం చేయాలంటే వీ నీడ్ టు యూస్ దీస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ వాక్యూమ్ పంప్స్ అండ్ వాక్యూమ్ ప్రెజర్స్. those vacuum pumps directly create some quantity of pressure on the bottom surface of the pump, and due to those pressures automatically water will be lifting easily. I will show. This is the normal pipe system. Due to the here we are using these pressure gauges. That means this pressure directly giving onto the surrounding fields in the form of some quantity of force. Due to those force, all the water will be percolating into the foils, so that the water will be going into the pump, and simply it was lifting onto the top strata easily due to the pressure creating on the water surface by vacuum pumps. This is the example for the previous one. This is the normal pipe casing we are having. In the pipe casing we are having some quantity of electrical cables. Why? Because those electrical cables will regulate the flow of water. After that, below we are having some quantity of casings. Those will directly create some quantity of air into the pipe, so that those air will be gives some quantity of pressure in the bottom surface. Due to those pressure, automatically water will be comes to the pump in a easy manner. Deep wells are often sealed to prevent intake of air or water from higher aquifers. Here the total pumps are sealed with some quantity of red tapes. Here we are having red symbols, means all those are sealants. If there is any leakage, automatically water, that means water is coming with some quantity of air. If there is any leakage, means the total leakage will be flow with the help of these air bubbles. Air bubbles means normally the total pressure will be coming with the help of this air, and there will be no suction pressure in the bottom. Automatically there may be less quantity of water will be coming out from the wells. So that to prevent those kind of leakages, we need to use some quantity of sealing materials around the pipe systems, so that those sealing materials directly give huge amount of pressure with respect to these pumps at the bottom. Automatically flow will be very high. This is the example for that particular sealings and vacuum pumps. In the bottom we are having vacuum pumps. This vacuum pump directly create some quantity of vacuum pressure in the bottom. Automatically due to this vacuum pressure, all the water and air will be coming into the pipe in a easy manner. The air and water will be coming into the pump with some quantity of pressure. If there is any hole, the total pressure will be coming onto the hole, so that we need to have some hole free pipes. If there is any hole, automatically we need to seal with these sealants, so that there may be pressure is maintaining on the pipe. Automatically water will be coming in a easy manner with the help of these vacuum pumps and sealants. This is another kind of diagram. That means a huge amount of pipes are there. Those pipes are draining onto the soil fields. The total soil is we are having in the color of red, means the total soil is clay soils. In this clay soils, there are having some pipeline systems are connected to the main pipe. That means the distance between the two pipes also we need to observe. Those two pipes are having some quantity of pipelines are connected to the main pipe or sieving pipe systems, so that those pipelines directly carry water onto the another field or far away from the constructing site. Okay, this pipeline system also having some quantity of pressure gauges and valves are fixing onto those pressure gauges directly monitor how much amount of pressure was creating onto the pipeline system. Is it liable, is it suitable or not? That means normally plastic pipes also having some quantity of pressure. Normal pressure we are creating is more than the plastic pipe pressure. Automatically bursting will be occur, so that we have to check what amount of pressure was creating in the bottom head of the pipe, so that it is suitable, or we need to increase or we have to decrease. All those things we have to observe by the help of pressure gauges fixed onto the pump line systems, pipeline systems. And we're having valves also. All those are well sealed with these rubbers and other sealants. Although deep wells are often more expensive to install and maintain, in many applications they may be most economical choice. Why? Because all those are electrically operated systems. All those are require huge amount of fixings. That means we need to fix with the sealants and vacuum pipes and other suction pumps and all gauges. Those need to have some tight mechanism systems. So that we need to have some huge amount of money for those installation process, and it is most economical. That means huge amount of money required for those kind of practices to dewater a land. What are the design conditions for a deep well point of system? Means first of all, these design considerations are the soil investigation report. What is the soil investigation report? Means in a geotechnical engineering you have studied different properties of the soils. What is the liquid limit, what is the plastic limit, what is the CBR value, it means the California bearing ratio value, what is the soil strength parameters, okay, what is the soil bearing capacity of the soil bearing capacity, what is the void content, what is the plasticity index. All those things comes under these soil investigations. The grain size analysis and permeability test. That means grain size means what is the particular particle size, is it a coarse grain particle or a fine grain particles. Next one is the permeability tests. These permeability tests normally we are doing with these liquid limits and other things. Liquid limits means normally how much amount of water will absorbed by the soil. It is a more or that means less quantity of liquid. Next one is the hydrology of the area. Normally this hydrology of the area will have to discuss with the geologists. Why? Because those all data will be having by the geologist. So that hydrology means normally at what quantity of depth the water table is located. Is it a saturated zone or unsaturated zone? All those things comes under these hydrology conditions. Next one is the topography. Topography means if it is a hilly areas or the total soil conditions are with greeneries, automatically the land is enriched with the water quantities. If it is a normally poor land without proper greenery and it is a non poor soils for water, all those conditions also depending upon the topography of the area. Topography means the surrounding features and properties of the soils. Next one is the space limitations of the site and surrounding structure. Space limitations means what is the project site was what amount of site was required for the construction of a project. What are the surrounding project sites? Why? Because if we are constructing a huge amount of structure, the total structure will having a huge amount of substructures onto the other sides, so that there may be some quantities of effects due to this. That why? Because whenever the site is constructing with a huge amount of construction equipments and mechanisms, there may be some chances of cracks appearing onto the surrounding structure, so that we need to use some quantity of precautions whenever going for those kind of structural reasons, so that the space limitations also needed for surrounding structures. Next one is the projected method of excavation and shoring, if any. Projected method of excavation means for every structure we need to construct the basement in the form of foundation, so that to construct a foundation we need to do some quantity of earthwork. To do this kind of earthworks we need to dig a part of land with the help of this mechanical equipment. So if it is a large project, definitely we will go for a mechanical equipment. If it is a small scale of project, we need to do for a small quantity of these cranes and other things. So that the projected method of excavation, what kind of method we are using for the excavation purpose, and shoring, if any. Next one is the construction schedule. Why? Because in the construction schedule totally depends upon in which periods which period means the total construction project was takes place. If it is a rainy season is there, automatically the total site will not gives proper construction per phases. Why? Because the total rain was coming and there is maybe some breakage to the construction purpose. If it is a summer season or winter season, definitely it will give some quantity of clearance of work, so that we have to observe the schedule of construction, on which dates we will go for foundation, on which dates we will go for top structure constructions. Likely we have to observe.